Hello guys, welcome to another edition of the X12Cast. Today we've got the international teams out on FIFA because we are talking about Euro 2020. Or should I say Euro 2021? Apparently it's still going to be called Euro 2020, it's just going to happen in 2021. We love some confusion and there's not many people that confuses more than UEFA, so that's quite fitting. That, however, was some awful, awful defending, and I can only apologise to my fellow Englishmen. But what a surprise, England letting us down on the big stage. But they didn't exactly last time out at a major tournament, and I think there was a fair bit of optimism going into this one, that we'd actually got some cracking players in great form, and we were really looking forward to seeing what the England team could do. It was one of those first times where going into a tournament we'd got debates on who we should start and who we should play, because we'd got too many players in form as opposed to too many players who were playing miserably. Oh, pardon me. So, with that in mind, the topic of today's video, Euro 2020, 2021, call it what you will. But who are the real winners and losers of the delay? Because ultimately, there is going to be a major impact on this tournament with it being delayed an entire year. We'll start with England, and we can say for definite that it's favourable for England because we don't have too many ageing players in the squad anymore. It's not like it's Rooney's, Gerrard's, Lampard's last tournament. It's not Golden Era times anymore. It's a relatively young squad with some even greater depth coming through with the young players that have broke out this season. Sancho, past couple of seasons, he probably needs a bit more time in an England shirt playing with the rest of the team. So there's a win for him. We can finally settle the who's better, the Grealish, Mount, Maddison debate by giving them all another season. We can form a central defensive partnership because I think there's still concerns there. We've got Harry Maguire, who's at United looking very, very strong, but who do we put alongside him? John Stones has been left out by Man City for a lot of the time. He's always got a rick in him. Michael Keane's developed the same kind of issue, but he's been replaced with young Mason Holgate. Maybe he's got a chance. Joe Gomez has got back into the Liverpool team after injury issues. He looks very promising. I've started him in this game, so maybe we see him. Harry Kane, of course, will be back and fully fit from his injury. Marcus Rashford, great season. Curtailed with the back injury. Would he have been fully fit for the Euros? Hopefully, but that's not an issue we have to worry about anymore because it's not until next summer, so he'll get another season under his belt. They'll get their fitness levels back. We can just fine-tune certain things and maybe figure out who our number one is as well. We've got more chance to see who is better between Pope, Pickford, Henderson. Who knows? I think that's the one. I think it's all positives. I think, yes, there was a lot of promise about this England team, but I think there'll be even more promise going into next season. Chilwell looks great at left back, but he's got some competition from Brandon Williams. You've got some of the youngsters at Arsenal like Saka coming through. He could have a chance. Willock, he could have a chance. Mason Greenwood at Manchester United, again, another one who can have a chance of really forging a place into the Euros team. And I don't think there's too many players who you'd say would be unlucky that it was delayed by a year because they missed out due to being too old. I think one of the oldest players in the squad is Harry Kane, and it's probably, yes, he's getting old, he's getting more injury prone, but I think it will help him because he is injured. He would likely be injured going into the tournament, so he'd either be lacking the match fitness or an injury risk in general. But on to other winners and losers. That's why I've picked the team I've picked as the opposition, Belgium. I think they are the biggest losers with the tournament being delayed. I mean, it's been an England situation. They've had a golden generation and all the expectation. Now they've not won anything is beyond me. I think it's down to poor coaching choices. I think they left, I can't remember the chap's name now, but the man they had before Martinez, I think they trusted him. He inherited a team of nothing special. All the talent emerges and he was left to try and manage that, and they couldn't really ever find a balance. And then bringing Martinez in, they found a bit more balance, but not quite enough. And now I think they are curtailing. If you look, Eden Hazard, he's moved to Real Madrid, injuries, weight issues. Is he going to come back and be the player he was in the Premier League? It's possible, and it's probably likely. But time is less and less on his side. Look at Belgium's defence: Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Company. Company's already left the Premier League, gone to pastures new. He's already gone into management. As a player manager, yes, but time is running out on his career. Vertonghen, very much so. Look at when he walked off after being substituted at Spurs. There was a look in his eyes that was almost like, my time here is done. I'm too old, I can't compete at this level. You look at other players in this Belgium team. De Bruyne, he's only really able to play one game a week now. Training less, I think, in an international tournament when you play twice a week. That's going to be an issue for him. Witsel, one of their anchors, he is, again, coming up in the age. Mertens, one of their key attacking players, aging as well. Even Courtois has had, most people would say, a down year. I think he was very disliked at Real Madrid at first. I don't know whether he's fully won everybody back on side, but only time will tell. But I think definitely this golden generation for Belgium was a lot stronger 3 or 4 years ago, when everyone was more at their prime rather than at their peak. So we will see about Belgium. I think other losers, Croatia, fantastic World Cup, to be runners-up, phenomenal, but again, they did that off the back of performances by mainly older players, Modric, Rakitic, all being older, slowly almost phasing out from their teams. I think Barcelona have started to form a replacement strategy for Rakitic. Modric, 34 now, I believe. Can he keep going at the level he's going? And it's only a year. I'm sure he will adapt his game, but he's going to be a lot less effective. It's very much a team who don't have much talent breaking through, so it's not like a season will allow them to develop so many replacements, but it could definitely lead to more injury concerns, less stamina, less ability as time goes on. Who else do we think are losing out? I can't really think of many teams at the top that are really losing out, other than those two that I've mentioned. I think, well, you can look at France. Are they winners or are they losers? It's probably not going to make any difference. There's so much talent in that team. Whereas if you look at Spain and Germany, I think they have both also won massively from this delay. Spain have got so many talented young players, and yes, you could argue that the likes of Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, they are only getting on. But again, you've got talent coming through at centre-back in Spain, and you've got an incredible amount of talent in the midfield. I think Spain's a hit and miss because, yes, there are some players coming through in the defensive positions, especially at fullback, but I don't think there's necessarily going to be replacements for Ramos and Piqué. Their stature in the game, their ability, their leadership. But I think more time to develop a proper, solid midfield partnership, an attacking setup for Spain is a great win for them, with the likes of Dani Olmo breaking through. If you can really just start to gel something together at Spain. I think Portugal, you could argue, are definitely losing out. Ronaldo's still putting up phenomenal numbers, and I'm sure he still will for several years, but I think they were riding a little wave, and who knows what could come. There are other pieces to that Portuguese team that Bruno Fernandes, form of his life, just had the move to Manchester United, kept it up even in the Premier League. It's proven that he's not just a man who can do it in the Portuguese league. But on the other hand, maybe another season, Joao Felix can realise his potential and we'll see more from him. I think with Germany, they're another team that, yes, you've got some pieces like Müller, who's going to be getting older, Neuer, who's going to be getting older. Although that being said, there's that many good German keepers. Is Neuer even a number one anymore? I think with Germany, another season to really cement a team and give them time to get that chemistry and gel together, I think is going to be huge for them. There's a rebirth of talent in German football. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. These are players that we've heard of for several seasons, but they're all coming to their peaks now. And I think that gives Germany a great advantage going forward. You've got Josh Kimmich, who is almost mirroring Philipp Lahm, moving into that midfield at times. He's a leader, he's a heartbeat. You've got some great talent coming through the German ranks, and they're definitely one to watch out for, if not at Euro 2021, definitely at the World Cup in 2022, sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. It feels like we've been in this lockdown for a year or 2 years, but we've not quite yet. What do you think? Who do you think are the winners and the losers? Could it have been the last real time for someone like Lewandowski to shine on an international stage? I'm not sure. He hasn't slowed down in his goal scoring numbers, so only time will tell. What does it do for qualifiers for the World Cup? How much does it impact them? We already know it's put paid to the national leagues, for the National League, I believe, but not that many people had too much interest in that. Who do you think's won? Who do you think's lost? Who do you think's going to win the tournament? Who would you put down as your favourites? England were favourites going in, interestingly enough, with a lot of the bookies, and I think we will be in an even stronger position. Only time will tell, and it's all subjective. We could end up losing half the squad at the back end of next season, not last season. And that's the magic of football. It is unpredictable, but definitely some teams will benefit from the delay. Some teams will lose out because of the delay. Do you think we're better off? Do you think we're worse off? Do you think we can win it? Who do you think will win? I can't wait to hear from you guys. Let's have some discussion in the comments. Post who you think is going to win it. Post who you think is going to be the player of the tournament. Let's see that one. Let's talk more about the Euros in the comments. Are we looking forward to the Euros? Of course we are. I love the Euros. I work in a pub. The atmosphere is insane. And I could not wait for Euro 2020. I was so excited. I'm so sad that we're going to miss out on it. I'm so sad that we're missing out on all the great football that we would have had. The Champions League looked great. The Europa League, we could have seen a couple of big ties at the end of that. Hopefully we get some football back soon. I've got a video coming up very soon about the Bundesliga returning. At least there's some kind of football to watch. The Premier League could be doing similar. I'll talk about that before too long, I'm sure. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Leave a like to help raise the awareness. I'm going to keep them going. I'm going to keep more stuff coming to the channel. Again, stay safe. Thank you very much. Goodbye.